with all the stress. Don't know Christ, come get a lesson. Christ don't walk you through adolescence. Royalty used to be a peasant. Morning and night, I'm a lesson. Morning and night, I talk to God. Talking like God, the G-O-D. G-O-D, I'm so smart, can't do nothing. How health in the beat. Christ is the way, how can't you see? Romans 10 verse 9, you gotta believe. Kid, and I was trying. Who we moving so fast, we gonna try to find. Alright, bitch, y'all. We gonna look, you have to do some screenshots. Until I find a good screen recorder for my laptop, we gonna have to do screenshots, bro. Cause like these screen recorders on my laptop be making my John bug, like it be being trash. But anyway, let's get into it. All right, so going into the day, daily time frame. That's where I like to start. I was originally bullish. I was originally bullish because of this gap up here. I was originally bullish of this gap that that I wanted to see filled so bad. Like I literally wanted like for me, opening gaps, and not even for me, opening gaps just in general are like strong draws for price. So I wanted to see us go up, right? And it made more sense for us to go up too. Let me say that too. Like we had an SMT. I had some reason for me to be bullish. Maybe I was just being. Oh, I see it. I found it. So from this. Oh no, I am tripping. Hey, okay, scratch that. I was tripping. My fault. But I was bullish because that was my main thing. Like I just wanted to see that daily gap get filled, right? And so I was like, okay, I'm bullish. But then like it's just not sitting with me. Like there's conviction. And see, this is the beauty of trading with the Holy Spirit. There was conviction, and I was like, yo, like I don't like it. So then so I was like, I knew the Holy Spirit trying to tell me to be bullish, but I'm trying to figure out why I should be bullish, like in my own head. It's like I was looking, and I couldn't like, cause like we had more liquidity to the downside. That's true, but we had this gap above, and I'm just thinking like, there's no way we're gonna come down. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to go up to get that gap, and so I'm being stubborn. And so anyway, bless you, thank you. So I'm being stubborn. I'm saying, you know, I'm gonna be bullish anyway. Well, if you look, I took a short. We'll get into that in a second. So anyway, at market open, we're consolidating, right? We're kind of like for like the first like 10 minutes, we're like consolidating. So I'm like, damn, this might be a no trade day. Like price don't know where the heck you want to go. So yeah, but then we start pushing up higher. Oh, so I'm like, oh dang, like is that just it? Like, am I just gonna miss the move? I have marked out on the hourly time frame. I marked out these highs, right? Marked out this high on NAS, because that's really the only high over here, like this fair value gap. And then on NAS, yo. What?
A few moments later.
My fault, my brother in there jamming. Okay, but anyway. So on ES, right? On the hourly time frame on NAS, we had this high here. And then on the hourly time frame on ES, we had this high that literally got taken like what? I think it was like 10 minutes before market open. So I didn't really like it, so I didn't mark it. And then, oh no, I got taken at market open. Okay, I'm right. And then we had this lower one here and then this higher one, which was equivalent to the NASDAQ one. So I was like, okay. And so, as you know, for those of y'all who've been watching, I've been seeing that NAS and ES are moving dang near like identical, right? But it's a tad bit different. Cause if NAS takes like a high, like if NAS takes high time frame or like hourly bullish liquidity, right? NASDAQ is gonna fill an hourly bullish fair value gap instead, right? Or like do something like of that same sort. So boom, price is going up higher, right? And ES just takes up those hourly highs. But I noticed on the hourly time frame, we have a fair value gap for NAS. So I'm like, dang, like this huge rejection. Like if you look at how strong of a rejection this was. Okay, yeah, so like right here at 845, like we come up, take those highs, and we start doodling the bed. And ES had already tapped that weekly gap. And so, you know, it just went up in there, took liquidity, hit the gap a little bit, and start rejecting mad hard. So I was like, okay, like this is what the Holy Spirit was trying to tell me. Like I need to be flipping bearish. So I flip bearish. I'm on a minute time frame, trying to find my execution because I already know like we're gonna come down. We took NAS hourly highs and we went up a little bit past them so that ES could fill hourly highs too. You know what I'm saying? And then okay, I'm on the 1 minute looking for my entry after like what time was it? 852. So this is the macro. I'm looking for my entry. And we came up on NAS. I really don't like taking trades on ES. Like, the ES ratio for the contracts are completely different. NAS, you'll make a band off of 400. ES, you'll make a band off of 160, but they're way bigger. Like, they're way bigger. Like, a NAS 400 is not equivalent to ES 160 whatsoever. The 400 is way smaller. So I just like taking my trades on NAS, and NAS move faster, so I just mess with it more. Anyway, so we came up into that for NAS. We didn't break structure per se. I just knew, like, because NAS was rejecting, because ES was showing that same rejection, I was like, all right, like, I'm confident in this now. So yeah, we had this fair value gap right here that it barely tapped into. I wouldn't even say it tapped into it for real. Yeah, it didn't even, like, it's dang near equivalent to it. But if you look, I had EQ marked out. So really, I was like, okay, off of this rejection, EQ came up into discount. And yeah, once we got some nice volume at a discount, took my trade. I got a beautiful fill, like right in the middle of this candle out of it. And I did not see red. I didn't see red. I love when I don't see red. Who doesn't? Didn't see red. 2 to 0.69 risk to reward ratio all the way down to these lows. Okay, yeah, so yeah, it was these lows right here. Oh, those are hourly lows, not 4-hour lows. So those are hourly lows, and yeah, price just went straight to it. But let me tell y'all the story about what happened. Okay, so this is the story. I'm in class trading, right? I trade in the mornings. I was in my community service class, which is literally a free period. And I'm in my favorite teacher's class, right? And I'm like, man, like, price is like moving mad deliciously. I was like, can I stay in here and trade? She was trying to get me to go to class. So I'm like, man, let me stay. And so she let me stay, right? It's because last time I stayed is whenever I made that 505 video, or whenever I made that 505 that I have the video about on my page. So she was like, okay, fine, you can stay. So I'm like, thank you so much. Anyway, 10 minutes into my next period, I'm still in her class, and I just took my trade. It was like 9. What time did I take my trade? I think I took my trade at like 9. I can actually see what time I took the trade if I look very intently. I took the trade at 8:58. So yeah, 8:58, that's like 3 minutes into my next class. So I was like, yeah. So anyway, take the trade. And then I'm walking to my class, right? Like, she writes me a pass, because I love her so much. She wrote me a pass so that she wouldn't count me absent. And I'm walking to class, and I'm watching the trade on my phone. I was thinking, like, dang, we might reverse right here on some stuff. So I'm watching it very closely on my phone. But my next teacher takes my phone. So I was like, ain't no way I'm going in there, giving her my phone, getting on my computer and having it start up, because I might be clapped by then. So I was like, you know what? I'm finna just go to the bathroom. Go to the bathroom, and there's this dude I know. He a freshman. He's smoking. And I was like, yo, bro, like, he was like, you want to tap? I was like, heck nah, bro. Like, the Lord took me out of that. And essentially, I was just having this whole conversation about him, like, asking him about his attorney and stuff. He was talking about he felt he gonna go to hell because of all the bad stuff he did. And I was just preaching the gospel to him, you know what I'm saying? But the whole time I'm preaching the gospel to him, I'm like messing with my trade. But I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. I'm paying attention to the conversation I'm having, right? Because this is his attorney. Like, this is some serious stuff, you know what I'm saying? And so, because I wasn't paying attention, I accidentally put in, like, if you look, this level right here was my TP1. I was supposed to take off 2 right here and let 1 run. Instead, I added 2. So I was already in for 3. And I added 2 more. So I'm in for 5 now. And so, anyway, but I didn't know that. And so, anyway, finish out my conversation with this dude. I walk out the bathroom. And there's a dude doodling in the stall, like, while I'm having this conversation with this dude. So I literally walk out into, like, the stairwell. And that dude who was doodling walk out, too. And he asked me, he was like, yo, you was just talking to that dude in the bathroom? I was like, yeah. He was like, yeah, your best friend be talking to me about that stuff, too. Because me and my best friend, we both be preaching the word in school. So I was like, oh yeah, you know him? That's lit, bro. And so I started walking around the whole school with this man. Like, I started walking around the whole school. We just talking about Jesus and, like, his life and whatever. And still, I'm messing with the trade. And it's not until I get back to class, like 20 minutes later, I realized I was so late. It's not until I get back to class 20 minutes later that I realized I had added more size. But if you look, I was already, like, by the time I realized, it was probably like, it was 9:26, I think, like around that time whenever I realized. We was already there. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to just let it run. I had put limits, like, at certain levels, like, right under this fair value gap, just in case, so I could, like, take, partials off so that I didn't risk, because I was in for way too much. Like, I did not mean to get in for that much. But it never hit that. It got mad close. Like, look, it got mad close, but it never hit it. It got so close, but never hit it. And then eventually it just went straight down to my TP. So yeah, that 1.4, realistically, I was only supposed to make 1K, even 1K, but I ended up making 1.4. The Lord blessed me because I wasn't focused on the money. I was focused on spreading his word. Even while I'm actively making my money, I was not focused on it. I was focused on spreading the word. And he decided to bless me. Through my unfocusedness, he decided to bless me. So all credit to him. All glory to him. Extra 400 that he just blessed me with. Probably more than that since I was taking parcels off. So really probably like an extra 600 that he decided to bless me with. And man, the Lord is just so good. Like, the Lord is so good, bro. The Lord is so good, bro. But yeah, I just want to get on here, do a little trade recap. It's going to be screenshots, like I said, till I get a W screen recorder. But yeah, hey, remember Christ is the Lord. Stay prayed up. Romans 12:13, serve others. Romans 12:11, be consistent, or 12:12 actually, be consistent in prayer. And 12:11, be passionate. Passionately serve the Lord. Be happy about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm literally testifying to that. I'm literally testifying to Romans 12:11, where it tells us, do not be slothful in zeal. Instead, be fervent in the spirit and serve the Lord. Right? I'm testifying to that. Because I was passionately serving the Lord, he decided to bless me. He decided to bless me. And so yeah, just remember that, okay? TJR, yeah, because I learned from TJR. So TJR strategy, bro, plus the Holy Spirit, crack. Absolutely crack. But yeah, anyway, y'all take care of Christ, Lord. Have a good one, yo. It's not closing!